When you're performing an upgrade of the ComServe for a different version, right now we're on version 136.107. And let's say, for instance, you wanted to go to 140, because that's the one with Proxmox on it. We'll go to Tools, Home, New Client, and you should see Proxmox here if you're in 140, like 11.140. We don't. We're not on 140. So how would you do it? How would you go about going and upgrading to ComServe? So if you're in the Command Center, you would go to Dashboard. Actually, you'd go to Manage. Then you would go to System. And then under Maintenance. Now this is just upgrade. First you got to do is you have to download the software or copy the software. In our case, we're downloading it. Now, here's the latest version, 140.56. The version we're on is 136.107. How would you do that? You click on Download. This is Command Center. Then you go Internet. You'd click on Upgrade to Latest. Then you would click Next. And then Next, or Run, and then it would start the download. So that's just downloading and syncing, actually, because it's going to sync to the two remote caches, essentially. The other thing is software caches. So software caches are going to have your downloaded software in them, or you can reference download software. So if we go to the path here, it's noted, we'll see the software cache that's there if we've downloaded it. And you see version 36 and you see version 40. So we've obviously downloaded them. We're not going to install it, but I want to show you the process here. Now, if we go to the ComServe, right click. There's two ways to do it from the ComServe or the Java console. First way is right click on the ComServe, all tasks, add and remove software, and click on download software. And then you can upgrade. And then you can click on your options if you would download and sync, and then click OK, and it's going to download it. The other thing you could do is you go on Tools, Add, Remove Software, and then Download Software. Same thing. Choose you're going to upgrade to 11.40.56. Select your options, download and sync, and then push OK. The difference is, so back to the Java console, all tasks, add, remove software, and we click on the software cache configuration, which looks a little different. But in here, you can see the cache details. Click on cache details. You have two versions. You have 11.36, 11.40. This is the specific path, just like the Command Center. You see it. On the remote software cache, you'll see it. You'll see the remote cache and whether or not the cache is synced or not synced. And again, the file path is SW. So, and finally excluded. So if you have any Windows 2003 machines, the reason that this is important, where you know the cache location, let's say you try to get an upgrade. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. So I'm not going to do an upgrade, but I'll show you. So all tasks, add and remove software, and then upgrade software. And it's going to pull let's just click it here real quick. Upgrade software. And let's say which ones do you want to choose. So you're going to click on your ComServe, which is going to actually choose the passive and active nodes for your live sync. And you click OK. And then it's going to perform an upgrade. The other thing is, if that doesn't work for whatever reason, you have another option, which you can go to the actual place where the software cache is, double click on the location of this would be the Content Store SW, so the CD Media, version 1140, Windows, and in here, there's a setup file. So you right click on setup and run as administrator, and it's going to install 11.40. Before any of this starts, obviously, you have jobs that are running. You want to pause them, maybe suspend the jobs. If you have aux copy or anything like that, suspend the jobs prior to you actually going to do an upgrade. And it goes without saying, before you do any of this stuff, have a change request in, have it documented, have a ticket with Commvault if needed, on what are the aspects, what are the benefits of upgrading software to your latest and greatest. Have that change request in, have the ticket with Commvault. Should anything go wrong, you can back out with their help, of course. Now, the thing about this is, if it fails, it's going to fail. It's not going to upgrade it. That's what happens when it fails. For instance, you'll have like a time sync error. You'll have things like that. That's a common one. So, for instance, when you do an upgrade, you're going to pause the backups. You're going to pause those jobs. Typically, you do it during the week, probably like during the week when backups are not running. This is a screenshot of when I upgraded from 132 to my current version of, from 11.32.139 to my current version of 11.36.107. Thanks a lot. And if you upgrade, follow the steps, do change management, talk to Commvault, have a plan in place before you do it. It can be done, if done properly, it should take you probably an hour or 2 hours at the most. If you've prepped everything, shouldn't take you that long. And without any hiccups, if you've done your due diligence and you've planned ahead, just in case. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next one.